Okay, this is a first time with my new phone and using the camera to record with. So let's see if this works. What I'm going to do is show you how I make one of my little mini milk carton designs. And you can actually make two of these out of one 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. Because what you do is cut it in half at 5.5 inches. So you've got 5.5 by 8.5, and the only waste you have is this little section that you'll cut away off of each one, and that's it. Everything else is used to actually make the little box. So, and this is the measurements for it, but I'm going to call them out as I do them. So on the 8.5 inch side, you're going to score at 2, at 4, at 6, and 8, just like we've done here. Then you're going to turn it so that that 1/2 inch joining tab is at the bottom, and you've got your 5.5 inches across the top, just like this. And then you're going to score it 1.5 inches, 3.5 inches, and 5 inches. Then you're going to turn it back, and you're going to score at 1 inch and 5 inch, but only to that 1/2 inch score line. So at the 1 inch mark, you're going to do that little section, and at the 5 inch mark, that little section. And that's all you'll need for your scoreboard. Then you will need to take a ruler, get all my stuff here, and you're going to start at this point and score from there to this corner, from that point to this corner on both of these sections. And all that's going to do is help when you pinch your little carton together. It's just going to make it easier, and you'll have a nice crisp little fold there instead of it trying to go catty-whampered on you, because it's easy to end up doing that. And trying to do this a little farther away than I'm used to being. I'm used to being right over the top of it so I can see it better, but I don't want my big old head to be in the way. So then what you're going to do now is just go on and cut this piece off. And I just do it from the back side because I like to make sure I remove the score line. And then I give that little angle here, and I give the slightest little angle at the top piece. Then these 3 sections here, which are going to be your 4 sections that are going to fold up, but your 3 score lines to separate them, you can either cut straight up them, or you can choose to remove that humped score line, which is what I do most of the time. So I'm going to show both options here, and this is just the difference in it. By removing that, you end up with, in my opinion, I don't know, a smoother fold and when it's joined together. But either way is fine. So once you have separated those sections for the bottom, you want to fold that over and then fold this over. This little 1/2 inch score line, you're going to fold back the opposite direction. And then all of these folds will kind of be as normal, where you'll fold everything in, and then you can kind of see your little box start to come together. Now you want to go back where you did these angled scored lines and just kind of pre-crease that somewhat without, doing too much damage to your little box, but so that once you start putting it together, that is going to then want to naturally fold in for you. Then you'll put your glue here. This will fold over, and then that's what's going to make your little box. This is the one that I did just a few minutes ago, the exact same thing. And I used a little rubber stamp set, this little stamp set here, and I used some of the Eileen Hull Blends inks, and actually put the ink directly onto the stamp, stamped everything, then went back and finished coloring in the little bee. And once I got it all put together, then I've just added the little clothespin at the top. But I use a variety of different things. A lot of times I'll just use paper clips as a little closure. So that's how simple it is to actually make the box. Now I'm going to stop this video here and get set up and show you how I actually stamp and decorate one.